Right? I like it.
Yeah.
The key is dark background, light shirt. So this way you don't blend.
Yeah, yeah. That's the uh that's what I did. All right. I think we are live. We
We
were
are
worried
live.
about technical difficulties, but it didn't happen, which is cool. Um I'll do um I'll do this real quick.
Yeah, let's get a little disclaimer on this show.
Yeah. There we go. I even preset the music to be lower so we could talk over it.
Oh wow, check that out. It is nice.
Yeah. Hopefully that's coming through in a good way. But all right. There we go.
How was your week? I know you were running around last week out of
Oh
town.
yeah. Last week I helped drive 14 hours to go to the best to get my friend to the best wedding of my life. My friend and groom to the best wedding of my life. It was like a blast. I mean, partly it was so fun because I was part of I got bumped up from guest to wedding party over the weekend.
That's awesome.
I got announced that I was part of the wedding party now because I was getting get a tie. I haven't gotten it yet, but I got a matching tie. But anyway, it was. I mean, I helped drive. I helped get the groom there. I don't know. It was like I just like helped out some here and there. You know what I mean?
Well, I'll smoke this for the bride and groom.
Oh, good, yeah. And so I was
And
like
then more.
invested in it happening, and like all the guests were fun and like interesting, and like I met this dude who runs he resells junk to contractors. I mean, that's what he describes it as, reselling junk, but he like resells like reclaimed stuff to contractors, but he also like deals in like art. And he's like, half of the stuff I buy doesn't even sell. It just takes up space in my warehouse. He lives in Spokane, Washington. But anyway, like a friend of mine showed up who I hadn't seen in months, and he thought I brought him as my date. He thought it was just a friend of mine. You know what I mean? Cool dude and his wife. They were like, in their 50s, and they live in Spokane, but they just like go to random music shows whenever they want. They went to see the Flaming Lips without even knowing who the Flaming Lips are.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess they're that old.
But they're youthful. They're youthful. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
It was a great wedding, but I had a tick bite, which I took care of, and like I'm fine. It should be not a problem.
What tick was it? Was it the Lone Star tick? Was it the?
It was very tiny. I think I got it right when it bit me. So it's like there's no. If it's on you for 36 hours, that's when you should be alarmed. I have no rash. I did feel weird there, but I think it was because I was in a car for 14 hours. Anyway, you asked me about my week. This is the biggest thing. I don't even know if I told you this. Did I tell you that I accidentally stood up a hinge match? Did I tell you? I matched with, I think, my dream girl on Hinge a while back, and I was out of town, and I even showed you her profile when we were in Scranton. I was like, look at this girl or this woman I want to meet up with when I'm back in New York.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah. Well, we made a lunch plans to meet up, but I got there and the place was closed. I might have been at the wrong place, and I couldn't get in touch with her because we hadn't matched numbers yet. We were just messaging through the app. Anyway, she was late, and I left, and I went to another place and had lunch, and like I didn't hear anything from her. And then I went back home, and this is while I was dealing with phone problems. And while I got home and logged on to Wi-Fi, her messages came through. She got there like 2 minutes after I left. So she thought I stood her up.
What?
And she unmatched with me. But anyway, I think I will meet her. And whatever, maybe we won't get along at all. But I think that this summer I will run into her and at least apologize for my accidentally standing her up. Even though I think she was late, she stood me up. Anyway, I just saw her on Bumble.
What? Oh, there you go. You got another try. You still got a few more apps to go through before you
That's
before
right.
you lose. So you got like 9 lives, buddy.
Yeah. And I told my sister, I was like, oh, I saw this woman again, and I swiped right on her. And she was like, this is amazing. When are you guys going to meet up? And I was like, no, she has to first see me and then swipe right on me. Immediately swipe left on me. But I'm confident that I'll at least, the ideal is if I just run into her.
She did it once already. She already swiped left on you once. I mean, right on you
You're
once
right.
already.
Yeah.
So
That's not the most important thing that's happened to me this week, but it was great because it did fill me with some sort of hope that she's still out there. And even if I never meet her, there's another she that's still out there.
hey,
yeah.
Moving on. Did you see that that Olympic runner? What is it? Is it Shia Carrera Richardson?
It's Sha'Carri Richardson.
That's it.
I did see it. Yeah.
That was crazy, man. She's really fast, and now what they're doing to her because she smokes weed. Yeah. I mean, do you think now in this day and age, athletes should be criticized for smoking weed or taking like CBD stuff like that or things,
Well, I'm biased, so
performance enhancing.
Obviously, I think it's horrible what they're doing to her, and I feel like I'm not going to watch I was looking forward to the Olympics this year. The Olympics is in Tokyo. I was super excited that it was going to be there. I was even going to watch the opening ceremonies, and the Olympics doesn't care about me, but I'm not going to watch him. And
boycott the Olympics #.
Yeah. And behind the scenes, they are now going through what I'm sure is they're doubling down on their decision because they don't want to admit they made a mistake. You know what I mean? Maybe they'll reverse the decision. I don't know, but it's like they're fucking assholes. There's no way that this is
almost half the country is like legal now. Almost half. And they're it's what in the eyes of the
Lord,
the UN, it's unscheduled, so it's not a scheduled drug anymore in the eyes of the United Nations.
Oh yeah.
So
I would put the UN over the Olympics.
There you go.
The Olympics hands out medals for running. The UN, they like remove landmines and so thumbs up, and they work with refugees. So thumbs up to the UN, thumbs down to the Olympics. Fuck those bastards. It's such a rotten thing to do to somebody.
Yeah.
And she was doing it because I think her mother passed away, and she was doing it for anxiety reasons, which I understand the doing it for anxiety reasons. Jeez. Yeah. Not the only reason I do it, but
I do it mostly for recreational reasons.
Yeah.
Or adult reasons.
All of the above, definitely. I might sometime this week go to the Today Show. Oh, Dave Vidal said, just get rid of the Olympics. Why are we still doing it? Yeah, right. So antiquated to get together and have nations compete for the love of their adoring residents. Funny. We should have like a party Olympics.
Oh yes.
Yeah. I had speaking of David Dahl, I saw Fast and the Furious 9 in the theaters.
Did you?
Yeah. It's the only.
I haven't been to the theaters yet.
Oh yeah, it's the only Fast and Furious movie I've seen. Other than I think I saw the first one in the theater when it came out.
Is it true you can basically bring anything you want into the theaters now?
Kind of. I walked in with a thermos of water, which was a hot day, and the ticket taker was cool with me having water, and I bought popcorn. Anyway, all I can say about Fast and the Furious 9 is that I'm going to be recording a podcast with David Dalla talking about my experience watching it on Monday morning.
Ooh.
And he just said, JQ, you need to see it. I hope Shawn liked. I did like it. I do have some controversial opinions on it. It was great. It was a thumbs up. I guess I'm saying I'll talk more specifically about it on this podcast.
I'll try to watch it and talk to you about it.
Yeah. Happy holiday weekend.
Yeah.
I nearly came up to see you. But we'll do it in 2 weekends. You're going to be here next Saturday. We're doing another Manhattan show.
That's going to be awesome.
And then I'll come up the next Saturday and we'll do that show. I mean, if they're cool with it, in Maxwell's Head Shop.
Yeah. Well, I still haven't talked to him, but we'll find out.
Hey, no worries, dude. It's funny because I was thinking I would even talk about this today, and we're waiting on guests who we've scheduled, and we didn't tell them what time to come on. They're just going to show up.
Val said she'd be in here in a few minutes.
All right, cool. I'm in the midst of having like the greatest summer of my life in some ways, not in terms of like what I'm doing, just like how I'm feeling, I feel like, I'm meditating more. I feel like I'm now wired to succeed in a way that I was not prior to, pandemic. Anyway, I'll give myself a thumbs down, or needs room for improvement. I'm flaky about getting back to people for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, you got to enjoy life. I mean, and if it takes like disconnecting from the phone and everything, and just being in the moment, you got to do it.
Yeah,
I feel that's how I've been lately too. So I mean, I just want to enjoy this like beautiful summer days, be outside, doing stuff, hanging out, making relationships with people, and just having fun. Experience points.
Experience points. Oh yeah, definitely. But I don't know. I guess I'm just telling people that if you've messaged me and I haven't gotten back to you, it's nothing personal. It's just that's how I've been with everybody. I didn't even make plans for a place to stay at this great wedding until like the groom was like, "Hey, I found you a place to stay." I was like, "Oh, good." I didn't make any reservations yet or anything like that. I was part of the problem. I was part of the stress, the pre-wedding stress. You know what I mean?
Were there any memorable moments? So why were you in shorts in that picture?
Oh, this is memorable-ish. I traveled with 2 suits. One of them was a black suit, and I knew I wasn't going to wear that. So I tried on my other thing, and like the khaki pants didn't fit because I lost weight, and then I had a backup pair of pants that I could have worn, but there was no iron in the Airbnb, so I couldn't iron them. And so I was trying on variations of outfits for an hour.
You're part of a wedding now. Oh my God.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, I was unofficially I thought I was going to be handed a tie when I arrived, which I didn't, but that's fine. I'll get it, after the wedding. So I did show up, and I did kind of like apologize to the bride and groom a little bit of just sort of like, I'm wearing something that I didn't mean to wear. But I don't know, the wedding photographer was complimentary of it, and the groom's niece took some photos of me. And then, Samantha is watching and driving, or maybe she's pulled over to the side of the road because she's heading up to visit you. She reminded us to talk about July 10th, which is next Saturday.
Yes, it is.
I
gotta get my bus ticket.
Yeah, you need to get here. Yeah, look, we're all flaky. But yeah, it's gonna be a fucking blast. You're gonna be able to buy weed there. Like,
buy weed. There's gonna be all kinds of goodies there. Even more goodies than last time.
Ralph, aka Precious Gorgeous, is gonna perform and do some songs.
God, I can't wait.
Anya is gonna do some comedy. Jared Wilder. Oh, Jared Wilder came to. So Ralph and I are doing Monday night live shows at the Tiny Cupboard, and which have been great. Our third one is this Monday. Ralph can't make it because he's on the road with North Coast, his hip hop improv group, and so Jared Wilder is going to co-host with me, along with Sherry Hazlitt.
Oh, that's awesome! That's so cool.
And
our family is growing.
Yeah. Oh, but Jared had previously seen Fast and the Furious 9 and told me I had to go see it in the theater. I think talking to him is what inspired me to post on Facebook, should I see all of them or should I just go right into 9 blind? And several people said just go right into 9. And anyway, I think Dave saw that post and then invited me to come on the podcast. But I think we had already talked about it. Hey, what's up, Valarie?
Hey! Good morning!
Hey.
How are you guys?
Good. Have you done your hair since we saw you last month?
Yeah. Have I what?
Have you done your hair since last month?
I fell asleep with bleach on it. It was supposed to be like kind of red.
Oh yeah.
But it's not. I think it's gonna be green tomorrow. You know why? Because green's the color of money.
Oh yeah. Well, it looks great today.
Oh.
Yeah. What have you been working on? You've had some very elusive posts about.
Oh yeah,
I can tell you. I can tell you. I know how to tell you without telling you everything.
Okay. All right.
So I know of a sort of secret network of warehouses that already do what Amazon does.
Oh.
It's that they're like these mom and pop warehouses. And they're in competition with each other. And my idea is if we just organize, we can be in competition with Bezos. And so I would like you to go to buybybezos.com.
Yeah.
BYE, bye. And on July 5th, when he's in space, we'll be selling our very first telescope because we see him.
Oh, wow. This is such a beautiful metaphor for things. This is great. Right? What a brilliant idea. Were you watching the show before you came on?
No, what were you guys up to?
Well, I was telling JQ that I went to a wedding last weekend in Milton, Kentucky, and I got a tick bite. That was whatever, but it was a wonderful wedding, and it was fun, and everyone I met was cool. But I met a guy who has a warehouse in Spokane, Washington.
Oh shit! I need to know that guy.
And
network
he, resells building materials. I don't know if he wants me to say the name of his. Anyway, he was just a cool dude. I should let you know who he is.
You should let me know who he is. That sounds very interesting.
Him and his wife are very fun. I guess I'll call them non-pot smoking hippies.
There you go. That's a cool thing to be. Maybe that'll be me someday.
Right. And he has had parties at his. I think he put a rave on at his warehouse, when he first got the warehouse. But now he's just I have too much art and building supplies around. It's tough to
have parties. Yeah.
Will he let us throw a show in his warehouse?
I bet he would. I mean, I told him he's supposed to be in Mexico in 2 or 3 months with his wife. They're going to vacation down there. And I was like, Jeff, don't be surprised if I show up and hang out and crash your vacation and not be there the whole time. You know what I mean? Just chill out.
Weekend.
Yeah. Well, that is Bye Bye Bezos up now? Can I?
Yeah, can you go look at it right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see this.
I need to fix. I'm gonna fix the website today. There's some issues, but you can look at it right now.
Well, it says it can't be. Hold on. It says it can't be reached. Let's see.
BYE.
Oh, BYE. No. Oh.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. It was supposed to be another. I bought a more expensive URL, or I actually had a Middle East investor buy it.
Yes, you did.
I did. I swear to God. And like, but go ahead and read that. Just read that.
Okay. Shopping and giving for the 99%. Welcome to Better Than Bezos. Our goal is to connect smaller warehouses all across the globe to bring you the same convenience and pricing as Amazon without lining the pockets of the 1%. The only 1% we care about is our donation of 1% of every sale to deserving persons and organizations, which is twice the paltry 0.5% offered by Amazon Smile, which only donates for click-through purchases too. Oh, what monsters.
Monsters.
Yeah, I'm going to hit the shop now button just to see.
That's I got to work on that.
Okay, all right.
But I have the telescope, and it's going to be a signed telescope. So if anybody wants to buy it, let me know.
You know a great copywriter, don't you?
I was just telling him he's a great copywriter. No, this is the web designer like volunteer. And
really?
He wrote that, and I told him like you got to be the copywriter. Like, yeah. I told him like you might have to be the ad guy. Like,
was this idea ruminating in your head like a month ago when you were in town and we saw you? Like, did you already have this? Wow.
No. What happened is like somebody sent me this like weird book. It's called Cash Flow Quadrant. And it seems like I didn't follow through because it felt like spammy, like pyramid scheme.
Oh,
but
is that what you sent me?
Yeah. But the book was like, that is how things work. There are 4 quadrants. There's the employee, the service, the business, and investor quadrant. It's true. Yeah. And like, I'm never going to talk to the person who sent it to me again. Yeah. But like, I was so violently hungover one day that I had no choice. Like I could not even work, and I work from home. So I couldn't even work. And I was just laying in bed hungover and listening to this book and just thinking like, what would I do if I wanted to shift quadrants to the business quadrant? Because I'm bad with money, so I can't be an investor. So like, we're going to get an accountant. Don't fucking worry about it. But like, and it just like brewed, and then it was like, what good could be done if 1% of Bezos' money went to the public? Yeah, just one, Right. And I think like there's enough rich people who would love to see Bezos go down, who would be like, I'd give
enough poor people that would love to see Bezos go down too. Yeah.
There's a lot, and it's like, and it could potentially be a better way to like just have money flowing. You know what I mean? Like, there's always going to be winners and losers of the money game, but like, does it have to be absolute garbage at the bottom? Like, that's up.
I have a question. Will I be able to pay for my telescope in crypto?
Oh shit! Maybe I'll work on it.
Okay.
You should totally blockchain this business out.
I have an idea for like this triangular blockchain. Like I've had an idea for a triangular spreadsheet forever, and then I have a journalist friend that I'll like have lunch with sometimes, and he brings me this crossword puzzle, and it's got like triangles, and it's like this whole data system, but it's triangles. It's crazy. Wow. Like, did you see
what I sent you over the Facebook chat about the crypto kitties?
Oh, I didn't get to look at it.
That shit is crazy because it's using blockchain technology to create like cats, like virtual cats, and then you could breed these blockchains, and everything is so specific. So you got to look it up. It's so wild. It blew my mind when I was like, what?
I will look that up. That sounds. I was gonna look it up, but like, I will definitely click on that.
I haven't looked it up either. He sent me the same thing. I haven't looked it up, and we've even talked about it on the phone, and I haven't looked it up yet. Valarie, you're more connected than we are. You're journalists. Investors.
Yeah, SpaceX.
She's been kicked off of LinkedIn.
What was that?
And it's just like sometimes I'll feel like I write too much, but like that's what's getting the attention on LinkedIn is just like the random shit posting of these crazy stoner morning show thoughts, honestly.
Yeah.
And like people are noticing, and like that noticing got me 2 investors. And so I have to keep going, and I have to keep telling like this story of what could be if we just had the money to hire the warehouses that I know of.
Yeah.
So we have to hire them.
Shawn, Stoner Morning Show needs a Middle East investor.
Yeah, we need a few. But it's cool. It's oil country. They got it.
I'll just take one. I'm not greedy.
I don't even want investors. I want just people to just send us money.
Yeah. Donors is.
Yeah, donors. Yeah.
Well, it's an invest. Yeah, it's more of a donor thing. Yeah, but that's cool too.
Yeah. I think. I think we had a guest pop in and pop out. I should bring Christine Marie in, who's been. Have you met Christine Marie, Valarie?
No.
She lives in Chicago. Let's bring her in.
Christine's awesome. She was on last week. She made a life-size gummy human heart, not gummy, Jolly Rancher human heart that you could smoke out of.
Crypto.
Hey.
That you could smoke out.
That's a great setup.
Thank you. Yeah. I worked really hard on it.
Yeah. What's your guy holding? A bottle of something?
It's a beer.
Cool.
Yeah. I didn't want to put a logo because I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We don't know either. We're not sure.
Yeah. We're just really stoned.
Yeah.
Let me turn off the sound over here.
Oh, sure.
I have a feeling you're gonna make a beer battered something. I just want to put it out there.
You have a what?
A feeling you're gonna make a beer battered something.
I am gonna make a beer bread. Correct.
Ooh.
Cool.
Because it's a lot of cheap ingredients. You can the beer that I used is the Irish beer that you know.
Guinness.
So yes.
I think we can talk about Guinness, right?
You can talk about it? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm using Guinness, but you can use any kind of porter, any kind of stout. I've made this with that summer shandy, the lemon summer shandy, and it's light and it's fluffy and it's nice. So I have my assistant here. My assistant's a little too much, but so geez, goodness gracious. Okay, so theoretically, you will end up with something like this, right?
Through the magic of the internet.
Through the magic of the internet. So all you have to do is 3 cups of self-rising flour. Mm-hmm. You can get this everywhere. It's the one in the red bag. And in the case of the Doughboy, the label is just red.
Got it.
But so if you're a visual person, look for red. That's the self-rising flour.
Cool.
Use a 1/4 cup of sugar. I have white sugar here because that's what I had. Brown sugar is also really delicious. So if that is what you have, use that. But don't go too overboard. I could say you could move it up to about 1/3 of a cup, but the problem will be sugar catches in the oven and it will burn. And it will caramelize, and that is good for when you put this guy into the oven. You're gonna pour hot butter over him.
Oh wow, nice.
But I've decided that maybe you don't want to wait for 40 minutes for bread. Maybe you have a lot of people to feed.
Yeah.
So check this out. My little $5 mini waffle maker. My little happy face.
Whoa.
Pre-buttered him. Now, one more thing. When you add your ingredients, you're going to mix them dry. You'll add a little bit of salt. Just a pinch. Little pinch. Smudge. But mixing your ingredients, you know how stoners are tool builders, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
No, this is like your cake slicer and your cake thing.
Yeah.
Also very good for a particularly wet dough when you don't want to get your hands all nasty on camera. Ta-da! But also like you're really like slicing through it. You're really getting a good mixture through it.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to mix these ingredients dry and then add your beer. I've also made this with Sweet Baby Jesus, if you guys have ever had that. Really good.
Ooh.
So we're gonna take.
I have a question. I have an ingredient question.
Yeah, me too. Me too. After you're done.
Was that a whole bottle that you used in this recipe? Okay.
Yep, whole bottle.
Yeah.
Literally all of the recipes online will just tell you use a beer. So I put the dough into the waffle maker. I squish the waffle maker, and we can wait that out. And we'll see our little happy face beer waffles.
Wow.
Now, Christine, can I, for those with the sugar foot, can you substitute like the sugar for like maybe like honey or
Totally.
or some stevia?
Sugarfoot. I just got that. Diabetes.
Yeah, sugarfoot. That's good.
No, you can totally substitute. Part of the goal is if you've ever seen those, I forget what they call them, but the fancy coffees where they like whip the coffee and the coffee is on top and the milk's on the bottom. The reason that works is a chemical reaction from not having enough water in it, so that the sugar molecules react to the air. So I wouldn't use honey because I don't know that it will cook the way that you want it to cook. But a stevia, something that is ground, is gonna do better.
Okay.
Now, if I have bowel issues and I'm like, I'm like,
hypothetical.
I need to be gluten-free. Can I substitute that flour for flax seeds?
You're using beer, so it's gonna have gluten. It's not gonna be a gluten.
Can I make this with vodka?
By the way, I have none of these issues.
Can you put it in a shot glass for me?
For our incontinent
you can't
viewers.
make it with vodka because there's no bubbles in vodka. But if you wanted a non-alcoholic version, you could use soda pop.
Oh. Could you use diet soda pop for the sugarfoot?
Yeah.
You could use diet. You could use diet soda pop.
You can use a Coke Zero.
You could. It's got bubbles.
How about a tab? Those are.
I have not tried the tab. I don't know that it would have much flavor.
Got
I
it.
mix rum in
I'm gonna pull. This is gonna be hot. Okay.
I
can you see this cooking? Isn't this gorgeous?
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't want to obligate to anyone to anything, but I think Dave Vidala is watching, and it would be great if maybe next week he tried to replicate this recipe.
Ooh.
Oh, you should do it.
Listen, I have offered 2 challenges now.
Yeah.
People said they're gonna do. So I'm in, but I want to see it. Money where the mouth is, people.
Maybe like a Stoner Snacks game of telephone of like, let's see if Dave or anybody else can make this. Check in with us for next week.
That's right.
Really, anybody can make this.
Yeah.
I didn't. Christine.
Notice I didn't. Notice I didn't volunteer Valarie because Valerie's got so much stuff going on. She's coordinating warehouses and Dave said too many steps. I don't believe you.
Hey, listen, we all have our part in the revolution.
That's right.
Some of us are the ones that are, doing underground internet stuff, and that is super cool. Some of us are the ones that, when there's a riot, inherit giant bags of beans that somebody stole from Whole Foods somewhere and feeds an entire apartment building 64 ounces of soup.
Whoa.
Nice.
Oh, that's good.
I have a head of charitable divisions, but I could probably use some help. So
that sounds so cool.
Yeah, because like if 1% of every sale goes to charity, there's gonna be like this whole huge thing that has to decide which charities. So
totally interested. Yeah,
so like if you're feeding people with beans you found, like I would like think that you would be good at that. Like, you would know which charities.
Well, so that's a really interesting thing. Is I feel like I'm so deep into poverty land that most of the people in my neighborhood get along by getting along with each other. And like really, like there is a lot of community here and we really look out for each other.
Oh, nice. But Christine, if you ever do a book of recipes, you could call it Found Bean Soup.
I like it.
Yeah. It's and Dave Vidala just said he wants to see the Jolly Rancher Bowl after this. And then he also said, fuck it, I'll do it. So I think he's gonna
I'm in. This is can I promote a show we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, it's my co-producer.
Hey, gang.
Hey, what's up?
Good things about this.
Yeah, what does your shirt say?
It says Sunday Fun Day. I'm a day early, but
yeah. No, cool.
I figure I'll just wear it tomorrow too.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're putting on a show.
It's kind of a celebration show for the website. It's July 10th. We're gonna market to the homeless people in the neighborhood, and then that way they can go and see a free comedy show. And I thought about doing free beer, but I don't think we can pull that off. But it's so cool because I've been doing all this and like I haven't had like the time. Like I was gonna go to your show July 10th, and thank you, Jason, for fucking telling me to do the show anyway, because I kind of wanted to just go to New York and ditch this show that I promised, but it's good to keep your promises.
It is.
Yeah.
That's right.
Good for you.
Yeah.
You can come in.
He's helping me keep that promise. You know what I mean? Because I can't do it all, but like he's helping me produce the show, and it's gonna be in Columbia Heights Plaza in Washington D.C. out in public, and it's called the Risk Takers Comedy Show.
Oh, nice.
We might get kicked out, but
there's like religious fanatics right to the side of us who usually preach there.
Yeah,
I'd be like, this is our territory.
You guys should bring pre-rolls and just hand them out to everybody.
That's not a bad idea.
Hey, we have Bradley Gibble, who I believe is in Tokyo. He's here. He was having technical issues earlier, so let's bring him on now before the technical issues get the best of everyone. And if you're in DC, go see a show next week.
Go see a show and go to buyebezos.com.
Will a link for the show be on Bye Bye Bezos?
Hello.
Maybe.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Bradley?
Hey.
Thanks for joining.
I'm sorry, I'm kind of late. I just got out of the shower. Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Hey.
Well, you look great and dry. You look dry.
Yeah. I'm pretty cool. What time is it there? Huh?
Well, we're all on the East Coast. It's 10:30 by me and JQ and Valarie, but it's 9:30 by Christine. She's
Good morning. Good morning then.
Yeah.
Huh?
Hello.
Are you in Tokyo?
No, I'm actually like back in my kind of like a hometown in southwest. It's very hot. It's humid. It's like a shit.
Yeah.
Stinky. Yeah. Sticky. Right?
Wow. Already out of the shower and you're sticky again. That's
look.
Just
got out of it. I'm sorry. That's unrelated.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Look at that smile face, bread. That
shit! What is it? Is it a
That's beer bread.
It's beer bread in waffle.
Oh wow!
It's beer bread in waffle form. That's great.
So you could even get super fancy. I have some of the beans that I whipped up. Put them in the microwave. You could have a perfect little brunch on this. You could do Irish cheddar and maple syrup and also do a brunchy thing that way. You could make chicken and waffles would be killer on this. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. You gotta come down here, cook for me.
Yeah.
I need someone to cook for me.
I would love to learn Japanese food. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna teach you how to cook Japanese food. You gotta teach me how to cook food, right?
No, I can cook it. I just need to know what to put in it. Ow, hot.
Oh, put like just soy sauce in it.
There you go. That's like
squid sauce.
You can make anything American just by just putting ketchup.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm from Pittsburgh, so it has to be Heinz.
Oh, that's nice.
All right.
That's nice.
Christine, do you do any like camping cooking? Is that anything that you're
Okay, actually, we are camping on August 21st, and I have a friend that's a vegetarian, and I don't know what to put on a stick over a fire for a vegetarian.
Mushrooms.
What? Mushrooms? Totally, we can do mushroom stuff. I was thinking of just buying a big wok.
Yeah.
Right? And
try tofu. Oh yeah, a wok on a campfire would be good. Try tofu on a stick. Why not? Just try it.
Oh, that's disgusting. I hate tofu.
Yeah.
I hate tofu. I want to just chop it. I like to kind of touch it. I don't want to eat it. I just want to chop it.
Oh, cutting tofu there's something nice about cutting tofu. I cook with it maybe like twice a year.
Yeah, I got like a funny story like cutting tofu. My friend who actually like stabbed someone with knife, right? He said like I asked him how it feels like to stab like with a knife. He said it's like cutting tofu. Crazy. That son of a bitch is like he's in jail now.
Well, our thoughts go out to him.
Has anyone tried human flavored tofu?
What?
No.
What?
Last time I saw
Gwyneth Paltrow flavored?
Gwyneth Paltrow flavored.
That's funny.
I don't know if you can get specific people. I don't know. Maybe in the Bezos world you can.
Maybe.
Last time I saw it, it was on Amazon for $30 a pound. But does anybody know the story, supposedly, of how they got human flavored tofu?
Oh, wow.
What is it?
So
That's
supposedly,
now you're talking.
supposedly, these anthropologists found this tribe that, like, it was custom to eat human meat, and they were taking out like the most productive members of the tribe to get whatever benefits that you would get from that. And so the anthropologists started trying to offer them human flavored tofu. But what I have to imagine is there was like a Coke and Pepsi challenge of like, does this taste like Dave? Can you spot the difference?
I got you. Yeah.
Well,
It's like hey, I got like another example. It's like curry rice, like a curry which tastes like a shit, or like a shit, like which tastes like a curry. What would you prefer? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shit. Sometimes like a curry, Indian curry, Japanese curry, whatever curry it is, like curry looks like a shit, maybe like a watery shit, right? Sure. I'm just asking you, what would you prefer? Like, what would you like? A shit which tastes like curry, or curry which tastes like shit. That's like that's
curry that tastes like shit.
Well, it's funny, like just answering this question is making me feel sort of like not nauseous, but just uncomfortable inside.
I totally forgot that you get it's in the morning there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Night time.
But
like right before sleep, so I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. But I'm gonna go with I would rather have the curry that tastes like shit. I don't want to eat shit no matter how it tastes.
Yeah. I have a dog.
That's the move.
Yeah.
That's the move.
Yeah. But I gotta think that there probably is an animal in the world that has amazing tasting shit. Maybe we just don't know.
Definitely.
There's coffee, right? There's that.
Yeah, there's that coffee stuff.
Yes. The cat coffee? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Goat coffee.
I want to try it.
Right.
That
shit.
Like $200 an ounce or something like that.
Yeah, there's a certain type of coffee that only comes from like beans that cats poop out.
Oh, what?
And it's supposed to be like the best coffee ever.
Oh,
how does it like smell like? What's it smell like? Smell like shit?
Ground.
Coffee?
Oh, see, who figured it out? I don't want to be friends with that person.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That's like milk. Like, I don't know. Before that, they had to think cows had 4 penises or 5. And then the weird guy to try it is like,
right.
I swear to you, you know I'm in trouble, so you have to try this. Like,
it was probably a dare.
Like,
it was probably a dare situation.
Yeah, it probably was a dare situation. I dare you to.
I don't know. I've seen the rest of the internet. Nobody is making these people do this.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Hey, real quick, Bradley, Rebecca says hi. She's watching on Facebook. She says hi. I just wanted you to see that. And then I thought I had a follow-up question about something for somebody. I don't remember what it was, but we'll get back to it. Oh, wait, no, Christine, you have the Jolly Rancher. No, wait, do you have the Jolly Rancher to show us?
I can send it to you and you can share the screen. Is that acceptable?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I want
We
to
had a
video
request
of you
for that.
smoking out of this, though.
Oh, the fuck! I want to see that.
Right?
Bradley, what's that tattoo on your arm? Is that a diamond? What do we have?
You want to see it?
Yeah.
Look. Superman.
Oh, nice.
No, it's actually H. My mother, I guess she's my mother. Her name is Hiroko. So I put H. But I'm not pretty sure if she's my mama. All right.
Oh.
But I just put H. So it's kind of mistake. It's by mistake.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're not fully sure?
Yeah, I thought like she was my mom, but someone said she's not my mom, so I got confused. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, well, if you feel like she's
not
your
sad
mom,
story. It's a funny story.
Yeah,
it's fine. I'm totally fine. So I just keep saying that I'm an orphan. All right, I'm an orphan.
If you feel like she's your mom, she's your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she doesn't look like me at all.
My mom doesn't look like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom is like dark skinned. Like she doesn't
wow. But it's funny. She looks like my friend. So I feel like maybe like she's my friend's mom. And it's, there's like something going on here. You know, I don't really know, but I don't want to ask them. You know, I don't want to be hurt, right? So I'm just, you know, I'm sorry.
Well, Bradley, is she nice to you? This lady, is she nice to you?
Yeah, she's pretty nice. Yeah.
Okay.
She's touching me a lot.
All right. Well, speaking of love, here's the Jolly Rancher that Christine Marie made.
Oh.
And you can smoke out of it, right? Do you put?
It looks like a heart.
It is. I made an anatomical heart.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
How do you do it?
So the valve at the bottom there is the one that you load, and the one at the top there is the one that you hit.
That's
insane. Oh, that's
How do you put your mouth around this to suck it?
Yeah,
it's
right.
Well, some of us have particular talents, and I'm not going to go into how we got them.
Okay. All right.
No, but actually, it's really it's just a kiss. It's just a kiss, pretty much like any other something between a bowl and a bong, right? Because you want to close it off. So if you're one of those gross people that wraps your mouth around the bong, that's not what this is for. You got to get that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it's like that. Yeah, just a little kiss.
Just a little kiss.
Yeah. Dave says, I bet it tastes incredible, and he's wowed, according to the comments.
It tastes good once.
Got it.
That's funny.
Earlier this week, I bought strawberries because they were on sale, and the first 3 strawberries I ate were incredible, and then the rest of them were like okay. You know what I mean? Like the first ones were like amazing.
Was it your perception or the strawberries?
I think it was just that I hadn't had strawberries in a while.
Yeah.
And you know,
First
maybe it was the high of getting them on sale.
Oh.
Do you know the parable of the tiger, the tree, and the strawberry?
Oh, the fucking charitable divisions over here talking about parables. Tell us this parable.
Okay, well, it's not a Jesus parable. It's something supposedly Buddhist. I'm not clear on that. I'm not going to attribute it in the whatever. But it's this guy is running from a tiger. And he's been running for a really long time, and he starts to climb this tree, and he gets to the end of this really delicate branch, and the branch is starting to tip, and the tiger is getting closer and closer. And of course the tiger can climb the tree. And at the end of this branch, as it's getting closer and closer to the ground, he sees a perfectly ripe strawberry. Boy, it was delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be delicious. Huh.
That's it. That's the end of the story.
Oh, it took him a lot of effort to find the most delicious strawberry, kind of. Is that what it is?
That's a beautiful interpretation. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was seeing it more as this is the last thing.
Oh,
the last thing of what?
There's a tiger that is definitely going to get him.
Oh, so he's just like, fuck it, I'm going to eat the strawberry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's how I was reading it. But I love Shawn's view.
That's a good story. Yeah. Sometimes just if you're gonna get eaten, eat a strawberry on your way out.
Yeah. I feel like if it's a story we know, the subject of the story had to have lived after eating the strawberry, but who knows?
Maybe.
Jake, he was back after getting booted.
I missed this whole story.
Too bad.
Tigers don't like strawberry. I changed your name for you because you logged in as me. But what? Talk about your NFT real quick because
So I've just been researching that, and after I seen that Mark Cuban went and bought or invested like 14 million in mintables. I was like, oh, what is this? And I'm like, and then mintables is just a way to list your NFTs and sell them and everything like that. So I was like, oh shit, well, it's becoming that easy. Let me try to do it. It's not that easy. Oh my god. You got to download a wallet. You got to use the wallet as a browser. It's all yoinky on like the loading on the phones and everything like that, but it's still cool. I mean, I fudged my way through it and like found out how to do it, and it was pretty cool. So,
and there it is. There's your first NFT, Weed Dreams by Jake.
Oh, yeah.
NFT.
Oh. Woo! What is NFT? Like,
it's a minimum
non-fungible tokens.
Yeah.
What?
So it's non-fungible tokens. So it's a way to sell your artwork and get like royalties off of it and everything like that. Basically. I don't know. I'm probably not. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't take anything I say.
I guarantee, like thousands of years ago, somebody was like drawing on a wall, and then somebody was just like, "Hey, I'm gonna make a 3D sculpture," and then everybody was just like, "That's not art. We only did like the 2D stuff." That's what we're going through now. You know what I mean?
This artwork can be bought and used in like in the virtual world, anywhere from like advertising to like someone putting in their apartment in Decentraland.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah, cool. That's cool.
It's a winning at crypto, hopefully. So
how is crypto going?
Everything's on the rise. Everything's on the rise.
That's a really good summary for all the news about crypto. How's crypto going?
Let me look at my portfolio real quick. I used to be checking it every day when it was going good. Now I check it like every three days. I think I'm back up to where I was when I started, which is life. Hey, back.
What was interesting in creating this all these NFTs is
Oh, hold on, a big noise happened.
whoa. So
what was interesting about what?
So what was interesting in making these NFTs is that it used all these blockchains that I invest in. So I actually have data on those blockchains now. So which is like Uniswap did some sort of like I think smart contract on it or something like that, and it's all on the Ethereum network and everything. So it's just really cool. I don't know.
JQ,
it's interesting.
Do you sometimes hear us talk about this stuff and you're like, what the like, we never thought we'd be saying these words like 5 months ago.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Shawn. Thanks.
I can relate.
Like, just invest in some Coinbase.
Well,
do this so we can talk about it.
I blame Don in a way because it was his idea somewhat.
It was. Thank you, Don.
Yeah.
Don.
You guys were out taking like peyote in the desert, like talking about all this shit.
No, we were just driving to see the Grand Canyon. Don, Valarie, you don't know Don? He's like
no. I was like Donald Trump.
Oh no, Don is our first fan. He's a truck driver and hip hop.
Don, shout out to Don.
Yeah.
And hip hop internet radio.
And hip hop internet radio.
Yeah.
I just keep hearing Law and Order.
You think you what?
I keep hearing Law and Order.
Law and Order.
Don.
Oh.
Is that similar to Ding Dong? Huh? Is that similar to Ding Dong? Don? Is that same as Don? Ding Dong?
Oh.
Same?
I get it.
You got it?
I have a question for Christy from before too.
Right.
What's that?
So before you were talking about like tribes and like them eating people to like or knocking off people to get like benefits and everything like that. Like so in our circle, who would you knock off to like get some benefit off of? Ooh. Like if you had to eat somebody in our little group right now, what benefit would you want or get from them and why?
Well, I would think, first of all, that I, like a vulture, am ethical about eating the thing that's already dead.
You got to knock us off. This is the question. You got to knock one of us off and eat us.
I have to knock one of you off? Well, but I guess it depends on what the benefits are. Am I cold and hungry? Because I'm going big or going home. And ultra home.
I'll put this out there for myself, Christine. Numerologically speaking, I'm a God number. My birthday is a God number. So it's like...
What's your birthday? Or you don't have to tell us, but...
No, it's 3/2/1976.
1976.
Why
is that a God number?
Because it adds up to 1.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean... I think if it's true, the eating of your enemies or your allies brings, like, you know how people used to eat the hearts of the fallen or whatever?
Right. That's the idea, yeah.
Imagine if we eat the hearts of the rich, or maybe we just eat like 1%.
Yeah. Jeffrey, what's your plan
if it's like that, then I have to knock off Shawn.
Yeah, yeah. I'll put me up there. Bradley, what are your plans for this weekend or week? Summer, even.
Weekend is over here. Actually, it's Sunday, so just chilling. I'm going to the beach.
Ooh.
Yeah, just meeting up with a bunch of girls and
nice.
Have a fun.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I'm shaping up right now.
Yeah.
I know.
I need to have a beach day with a bunch of ladies.
Right? What?
I said I need a beach day with a bunch of ladies.
Right. Yeah. Hey, this is the time for you guys to go out too, right? You guys free now. I mean, probably you can go out anywhere now. Is that it? No?
Shawn, you come up next week. I have a bunch of, or the week after, I have a bunch of females just sitting on the property waiting for you.
Oh, okay.
Hang out with you.
Cool.
Oh,
They're right there.
like
They're all
that you're not
planted
specifying live or
in their
dead.
5-gallon.
Live or dead.
Yeah, right.
Well, you know how on the highway they have to specify live nudes?
Oh,
What?
yeah, that's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it?
That's weird.
It is weird. Live news.
Because the implication without live nudes.
No, we get it.
Just news. Right.
Pre-taped news.
Pre-taped. I like that. That's, you want it to be a miracle.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, what else is in the news?
Well, there's always cyber stuff.
Cyber stuff. Yeah. Do some cyber stuff.
Bradley, are you a computer cyber-ish guy?
Well, to be honest, I got a really hard time, joining you guys today too. I got out the shower. It took a long time to figure out like how to get in. I was actually like using my phone to log in, but that didn't work. I just switched to my computer. Yeah, to be honest, yes, I'm not that good.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you did it, so that's good.
But I did. But I'm pretty good at like watching porn on my computer. That's good.
You're good at it?
I know. I just only know how.
What would being bad at it look like?
Oh, it's having the residual shame of doing it.
It's the rest of my kitchen now. Is what being bad at it looks like. Come on. This is
Hey, we have a late sort of like surprise guest. This is Dave Vidala joining us. Maybe
I love this guy. This guy's awesome.
Yeah. Look at that great icon he has for himself. So very like symbolic, I guess.
Yeah.
Hopefully that isn't representative of where
you can tell that's his forehead.
Yeah.
There he is.
Hey,
Technical issues. Love it.
Yeah, wait, I'm gonna be in there in 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry, here we go. Boom, baby. Here we go.
Oh wow, what a setup. Look at that. We're in the background. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I try to be professional, Shawn, which I know is kind of a foreign idea to the Stoner Morning Show, but we try over here. 3% of effort. We log it. No, I'm just messing around.
That's a great rocking the Lizzo shirt.
Lizzo.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. I get a lot of looks. But I'm just like, gosh, should I have worn this shirt? Like, is this pissing someone off? I don't know. I like Lizzo. I'll tell you that.
Oh, great. I'll be honest, I thought about her a lot this past year. Like when 2020 was in the thick of it, I was just like, gosh, Lizzo is having such a great 2019. I hope she's doing okay.
Oh, that's why
I know. Oh man,
what's new by your in your world?
Yeah, so I mean, I don't want to be a buzzkill or anything, but I'm a fellow podcaster and journalist, and currently, I don't want to bring the room down or anything. There were terrorists apprehended just over my left-hand shoulder on the highway. I-95, a major artery of Boston, is shut down as several men were arrested with large guns. We were making bread before, and I come in, I'm just like, guys.
Was it?
Sorry, yeah.
Was it like militia dudes?
So I wasn't familiar with the group. It's something called the MSP. I'm not. The details are still kind of coming in. It's not MS-13. It was like it's like the Moorish something. But basically, they just from what I glanced at, like details are still kind of coming in. But basically, there was like 8 people that were like refueling on the side of a highway, like i.e. like not at a gas station, but like just had a container of gasoline they were loading into their car. And luckily, I think police and they apprehended like 2 of the 8 people, but I guess a lot of them just kind of took off running and scattered during what is an outdoor holiday, this weekend. And it's just kind of like a major highway is closed. But probably gonna make some canna butter today. So there's that.
Nice. Oh wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Make the best of it.
Bradley, do you ever have to deal with any news in your neighborhood of like terrorists that are apprehended? I feel like Japan is just chiller about that kind of thing.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, what is the question? I'm sorry, I was up in the air. What is it?
Do you have? Are there any news stories in Japan ever of like, oh, we apprehended terrorists? I feel like that doesn't happen in Japan. You know what I mean?
Well, obviously, like it's the safest country here.
Yeah.
So no.
Yeah.
Someone thinks like I'm kind of like a terrorist too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just I don't know. Yeah. Break into someone's house. I'm knocking on the door and they break into like somebody's house. But, they think like it's illegal. Just crazy. So no terrorists here.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It sounds nice.
Yeah. Pretty good. Yeah.
So
wait, yeah. Can I get your location again? Just kidding.
Me?
Yeah. No, I was kidding.
Oh.
Me? Joke.
Kind of going back to when we had the riots here, that was another thing that I was kind of diligent about, is not that there is like an organization per se, but there were a bunch of us around the neighborhood being able, like texting each other, like visual updates of like, hey, this is going down the block, don't come out.
Oh yeah.
And we honestly, like, I have a great friendship with a bunch of these people now. That we're, keeping each other safe.
Yeah. Do you guys remember that news story of like it happened in DC? There was like a guy who opened his house to like 80 protesters who was running from like the cops.
Yeah. Didn't he win like a Nobel Prize or something like that?
I think so. I mean, that's great just to open your house to like that many people. Like,
I think that's beautiful.
That's
the mi casa es su casa.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Your house is your house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of, I gotta go clean up my apartment eventually today.
Oh yeah.
I got a comic coming to stay with me, and then we're gonna go to a baseball game and then have a cookout.
Ooh, cool.
And launch a website in between. Yeah.
Well, byebezos.com. Thanks for being here, Valarie. And
thanks so much. Go to byebezos.com.
Yeah.
Or maybe in the future you can buy right here. I don't know. I'll think of a tagline.
Right. Wait, is that telescope still up for sale, or how many do we got so far?
I have one telescope that will be up for sale July 5th. So that when Bezos is in space, the message will be sent that we see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
What a great idea. Thanks for putting these things out into the world.
Yeah. Thanks for providing this platform for me to tell you. Like and also for being my friends. Like
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, really great meeting
I'll let you guys carry on. It was so great being here.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
Okay, bye.
Later.
Bye.
Later. My internet is so yoinky right now.
You sound good at the moment.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be back. So prayers for JQ's internet.
Hooray!
I'll be right back.
Cool. So what's it like in Tokyo right now?
Hot. Right, Hiko? It's hot in Tokyo.
Oh yeah. It's pretty. It's not Tokyo. It's just down south. It's humid.
He's down south.
Yeah. It's actually like a rainy season, so it's humid too. So yeah, but supposedly like it's gonna be like great from like tomorrow. It's gonna be pretty sunny. So that's why I'm going out to the beach. Yeah.
Nice. That sounds incredible. Do you do like comedy there in Tokyo?
Yeah, I do comedy everywhere. I was in the state too, doing like some like funny stuff. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, when Shawn gets back, I want to bounce a joke off you guys.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, this is bad.
Hey.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Well, you're like half of it, so it'll be great.
Yeah, and Christine. Christine, are you a comic?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been sneaking out of the house since I was 16.
It's funny.
Right.
So parents were not a fan of you doing the comedy then, I suppose?
Well, it was one of those things where it's not so much that I was a bad kid. Like, I would skip school to go to the Frick Museum. Like, I would go try and learn stuff.
You were Ferris Bueller.
I was Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They tease me at work because I listened to Masterclass and Skillshare, and they're like, no learning.
I when I was in high school, I broke into a book room to read books that I wanted to read that my English class wasn't assigning.
Dude, I went to Catholic school. Same thing of like, especially in the last couple of years, I've been reading the books that were banned.
Oh yeah.
What's the A Wrinkle in Time was banned like a year before I could read it.
Yep.
Weird. For what was controversial inside of it, that book?
Well, I'm gonna guess Catholic school and witchcraft.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yep.
But I don't actually know for sure.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of witchcraft, Christine, next time you're in Cleveland, my hometown, the Witchcraft Museum is in Cleveland.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah.
Do you think that's more or less interesting than the Brick Museum? Just
a bread museum?
Do you think that's less or more interesting, you think, than your Brick Museum that you're accustomed to?
Oh,
not Frick, the Frick. You said Frick, right?
Yeah, the
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, the Frick Museum is really cool. It's in Pittsburgh, and it's this old rich man's house.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, of course. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Very much.
The Brick Museum commemorates all of the worst shots of the NBA.
Aha.
Yeah.
Nice. Good pickup.
Dave, what was the joke you wanted to tell?
Oh yeah. So this is fresh, unmiked, untested.
Cool.
But basically, I was at the Cape over the weekend, and like a lot of my friends like to go fishing, and like I'm not like a vegetarian necessarily, but like I don't like killing.
Got it.
The thing is like I don't like being left out even more. So I was like, some of you motherfuckers are gonna have to die today. Basically, like, we got down there, and they're just like, oh, we'll hang out and drink beers, and it was just like a murder fest all day.
Oh yeah.
Nothing but killing, and like at one point, like one was like nibbling at my rod, if you were, and like my friend was like, hey, you gotta reel that in. And I was just like, no, it was just like this little fish like jumping up and down, and I ended up having to reel it in, and he was like, hey, isn't this fun? Just pull the hook out of its eye, and so that's kind of I'm still working on this. But that was kind of it needs to come to a head at some point. But
it's more of like a story and observation rather than a joke.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it.
I love this concept of I don't like killing, but I don't like being left out more.
No, yeah.
And if it gets more and more ridiculous of like, it turns out it wasn't a fish at all.
It was my friend.
Yeah.
Because like I had this other part where it's like when you meet your friends, like they're not like, oh, like I like reading books and video games and just some light murder, like just,
right,
recreationally.
Yeah, some like hunter's license approved murder. I'm licensed to do it.
I'm licensed.
Right, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Things around there.
I have wondered about fishing because, though, like from a fish's perspective, the fact that fish will go for a hook and get pulled out of the water means that they've seen other fish get pulled out of the water and they've not learned not to go for hooks. Or because it's just like they don't see the hook, you know what I mean? Or
can I counter, Shawn?
Well, the end of the thought is that fish might think like, oh, if they see a worm and they eat it, they might ascend into heaven.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? Like it might be like you never know what worm. Like some worms might just fall into the creek and they eat them. But some of them are like, if you eat this worm, you'll get pulled to the next, because they don't know what's out of the water. They might think you're like, caterpillars turn into butterflies, right? Fish might think like, oh, we turn into something else once we like ascend into the next realm. Who knows what they fucking think?
That's true.
Okay, JQ has something.
I never thought. So, Dave, I really like fishing. I live on a lake. I'm fishing all the time. I do not like killing though. So for me, fishing is like watching UFC. You know, it's all about the fight.
Oh,
for sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think my friend like the killing isn't what's appealing to him about fishing. Like it's more about just getting out there and stuff. And like I just never grew up with it. Like I don't think I obviously see the appeal. Like we were just like drinking all day and it was the best. But yeah, like it was just I get it, man. Yeah, no, it's
fun. Did you have a counterpoint, Dave, to my yes.
When you were saying that like, oh, these dumb fish seeing these hooks and stuff.
Yeah.
And my counter to that was hooks can be shiny. So
Oh, I get it.
Well, and lures are so advanced now.
Oh, definitely. There's like science behind lures.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
There's lures that like sink. There's lures that like go only midway. There's lures that stay on the top.
I think there's lures that you can buy that have like pheromones on them, like that have a scent.
And lights. They even sell lures with cameras on them, man.
Whoa, Jesus Christ!
That's demonic. Just like get footage of seeing a fish like chomp down.
But you also know that that's not the only thing that they're used for. Watch out in your local community pools, everybody.
Ooh, chilling.
Yeah, men are the best.
Bradley Gibble, which is, when I say Bradley Gibble, I'm also speaking to Hiko Oshiro.
Oh, that's my nickname.
Yeah. Are you a fisher at all? Do you do any fishing? I feel
Yeah, I don't fish.
Yeah.
I fish ghosts.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Gibble.
Yeah.
I feel like you're good at it.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Dave, do we have a terrorist update? Are you
Yeah, well, yes and no. First of all, I noticed that me and Bradley Gibble are already friends, which is kind of cool, and I'm not sure how that happened, but hell yeah.
Yeah.
And no,
congratulations, guys.
There are still active people with guns on their belts, and that was like via a news report. Like I'm not just a psycho. Basically, just to reiterate again, if people are depending on Stoner Morning Show for their news source, probably don't do that. But basically, yeah, like there was just like a van full of people, and they were armed, seen refueling a van on the side of the highway. They were apprehended, and they captured 2 people. And I think 4 others are just like ran out of the car or something, and they're armed, per reports. And there's supposedly a negotiation taking place right now, but it's still saying they only got a couple. So I'm not sure.
Wow.
Goals?
Scary.
Do these people have goals? Dave?
So no one knows. So I'm going to read something that was posted 12 minutes ago. Oh, okay. So, all right. So as of 12 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. That's right. All right. So the headline is 11 arrested in standoff involving group of armed men on I-95 in Massachusetts. And just for those unaware, that is a massive highway. What is the biggest travel weekend of the year?
Yeah.
For people going to the Cape and all that stuff.
Is that
the Cape is basically the Christmas tree shop for those, not from Massachusetts.
Does that highway pass by where the Patriots play?
I think it can.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Like definitely Red Sox, definitely all connectors to New York, Vermont, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
But yeah, 11 men are in custody in connection with a standoff between law enforcement and a group of armed individuals on I-93 in Massachusetts, according to the local state officials. The standoff between police and the group of armed men has caused the closure of part of 95, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to just skip ahead to see if there's like actual information about like if they had gear. Mason said the troop was observed by a group of 8 to 10 men. How big is this car? And how come there's no pictures? Mason said the trooper observed a group of 8 to 10 men trying to refuel a vehicle and saw that they were wearing tactical style gear. So I'm guessing like bulletproof vests. They were armed with a combination of rifles and pistols. The trooper asked for identification. My screen just refreshed for some reason. God, hold on.
Holy shit.
Yeah, the trooper asked the men for identification and firearms licenses, and the men said they did not have them available. The trooper called for backup, according to Mason.
Wow. Could have gotten diced here, it sounds like.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. So the group calling themselves Moorish American Arms posted a video on Instagram overnight showing armed members blocking the highway. At some point during the interaction, a number of those individuals all alight into the wood line. They ran into the woods with their firearms. The perimeter was quickly established. No threats were made, but these men should be considered armed and dangerous. We're asking residents in these areas to lock their doors, remain inside their homes. 2 people have been seen taken into custody. While we were standing in the area, we saw some blah. I'm just trying to see if I can get a picture of the vehicle.
Wow.
This is weird.
Breaking news.
Oh man, yeah, this is crazy. I would think this was national news. I'm just
will be soon.
Maybe it is. Yeah, exactly. Right. Breaking. It broke on the Stoner Morning Show.
Wow.
What if it does?
First time something like that happens. Wow, this is all craziness.
There's still an active shelter in place, like where I am, basically in Wakefield. It's Melrose, Wakefield. We're like right on the line. So this hasn't happened obviously since the marathon bombing, way back. So it's weird. But I'm sure all is well as the news unfolds.
Wow, the news really sucks.
Oh man, so bad. Right.
True. Just to, I guess, Hiko, are you aware that it's like the 4th of July weekend in America? Is that like, does 4th of July mean anything in Japan? I mean, you've been to the States, but I mean, you are you aware of what it is? It's like Independence Day.
Yeah, I know. I was in the state, on the, 4th of July, so a couple of times. Yeah, it was pretty like a big deal for you guys, right? I mean, it's Independence Day, so yes. I know.
You're aware of it. What holidays do you celebrate in Japan that we're not aware of here in the States? Do you have any?
Well, we do have it, but I'm not sure when exactly it is. I'm trying to remember, but it's November 25th or somewhere. Like we got like some sort of like not an Independence Day, but it's kind of like a same day.
It's like a celebrate us day thing.
Yeah.
Is somebody once told me, did you have this when you were a kid, that was like it was a day where all the kids switched from their like summer uniforms to their winter uniforms? Was that a holiday that you had?
We don't. Someone said like there's a holiday for that.
It was, and maybe it wasn't a holiday, but it was just like a known day. It was just like, you don't wear this uniform anymore. Now we.
Oh yeah. We can actually like from like an autumn, like you change to like a kind of long sleeve. Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
And then yeah. After like when you get into like summer, you got like half sleeve. It's changing. Yeah.
Is that only for kids, or do you do that as adults too? That's a kid thing.
It's kind of weird. Like those like we call it like salaryman, salespersons. I mean, those like just a regular like workers. They do it. They kind of wear like in summertime they wear like a kind of half sleeve.
Yeah.
And, in autumn or winter they like wear like a long sleeve. Yeah. I don't do it obviously. Like I'm wearing this all the time.
Yeah, no.
Listen, I am so glad that I'm not the only one in a bathing suit today.
It's not a bathing suit. It's a
wrestling.
Wow.
Yeah, wrestling. This is like my pajamas. Oh, I look good.
My pajamas.
Yeah.
I love this Prince energy. This is great.
Yeah, that's like a wrestling singlet. Dave,
this is It is It's
Dave,
really comfortable.
Were you a wrestler in high school? You seem like you kind of have a wrestler's physique.
No, I just bang.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. Hey,
Dave, were you a wrestler?
No.
Yeah.
Not even close.
I announced pro wrestling for a hot second.
Ooh.
What?
Yeah, it was like a local thing. It was women's wrestling.
Fun.
It was like
Glow?
Yeah, it was basically Glow, right? And then they had this weird storyline of like they were space princesses or something.
Oh, fucking fun! That's awesome.
I screwed up though.
Oh.
Because I thought one girl's name was Jordan and her stage name was Jordan, but her name was Ashley, and I thought that the other girl was also named Jordan or something.
Oh.
I thought that I was doing the Maureen thing from Rent, right? Because what is a musical but like pro wrestling, basically?
Sure. Yeah.
So I was going, moo with me. And it turned out to be a very large woman.
Oh.
And I didn't mean for that to be the case.
Mm-hmm.
But I did it wrong. And you know who you don't want to start a fight with?
Large women?
Large women who are trained in pro wrestling.
Just any
Just large women.
Just any wrestling.
Just any wrestling, any kind of wrestling.
Yeah.
I mean, like I've got these little baby biceps, but they're I'm just scrappy. I'm not gonna win.
Right.
You're like, enjoy your victory with one eye.
Was this wrestling event in Pittsburgh or elsewhere?
It was in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I am in Chicago now, so if anybody wants to hang out, I'm trying to put together a show for my birthday, which is July 30th.
Ooh.
Oh, you have time.
Yeah, I have a little bit of time. I'm talking to a location. I'm figuring things out.
That sounds awesome. That's such a power move too for like your birthday, like having a birthday show and like it's like all about you. It sounds awesome. Definitely.
No, I want to give presents to everybody. Come outside, hang out with us.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, that sounds like a blast.
Yeah.
Bradley Gibble, are you doing any shows in Japan at the moment?
I got like a couple of episodes coming up.
Web shows, yeah.
Doing like a radio show too. Also like trying to like figure out like what I'm gonna do too. So maybe like after this like season 1, I mean couple of episodes, like I'm gonna like maybe I could do the show. Yeah. Or maybe like I'm going to the state and do the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You come to Stone Laughs.
Are you Brad? Are you a Fast and the Furious fan? Because Dave Vidal is a Fast and the Furious fan, and he got me watching one of the movies.
Oh yeah.
You can take it or leave it, you think, or?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, what is the question? I'm sorry. Say that again.
Are you a fan of the Fast franchise, as it were, the Fast and the Furious franchise?
Oh, gotcha. I've seen like a few of it, but I don't see those like new ones. Is that good?
In my personal opinion, I think they really found their stride, and this is a pretty popular opinion. They really found their stride with the fifth movie, which you don't often see in a series. Like usually, you're supposed to like the first movie first. I actually like the first movie quite a bit, but I know that is an unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
But 5 through 9 are splendid. 8 is very so-so. But yeah, I wouldn't be like going. So I host like my own movie podcast, but I hosted this other podcast, or this other person hosted this Fast exclusive podcast, and I've been rebroadcasting those Fast and the Furious episodes on my pod. The Fast 5 one is coming out today, but we're actually covering Fast 9 with Shawn returning to the original format of the show, and a good friend and comic, Jer Palapple as well. So that's going to be a fun. We're recording that. What did we say?
Monday morning. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Check it out.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Fast and the Furious franchise started with them stealing VHS players, and now they protect the world against like super criminals. That's like the progression of the movies, right?
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. It makes no sense. And if we're getting really, into the nitty gritty, they were actually DVD players.
Okay.
So, but yeah, no. Some of the items like in the truck were like a VCR. Yeah, it could have been actually a VCR TV combo. highly coveted late '90s item there.
Yeah,
it was a big day when old Davey got one in his room. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, it's crazy. They've come very far with these things.
Well, we'll tackle it deeper on Monday, but I laughed out loud several times watching this.
Oh my God. It's a blast. I saw it with Jer, who we're going to be talking to, and we would have been high-fiving if our hands weren't on our dicks, man. It was such a blast. The whole time, we were just looking at each other like, what? Come on, that's fun. It's and apart from the space stuff, I think Tyrese just does some unbelievable stuff. I think
we will save it for Monday, but
yes.
He gives an incredible performance in this movie, incredible.
Really?
And I did laugh several times in the movie. I laughed in moments that the film wanted you to laugh at, but I also laughed at moments that in sappy moments that they kind of wanted you to feel something. I also laughed. You know what I mean?
Yes. So there's moments where they a lot of the humor in this was actually intentionally supposed to be a joke, and you were like, wow, but whereas in F6, there's a part where The Rock is I'm gonna come at you I think he's I'm gonna bang you like a Cherokee drum, and it's supposed to be serious, and the theater just explodes with laughter,
Right. Christine, have you seen any of these movies, or is Rob into these films?
No. My friend that's really into them is also just really into naked, sweaty men.
Yeah.
And so I get it narrated through that perspective.
Yeah, you should introduce them to Hiko Oshiro over here.
Oh no, that's
Absolutely.
my big fan, Bradley Gibble. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, I was just introduced to this video. Maybe you guys know it. It's Deshawn or Dwayne or something like that. It's from 2000, maybe 1998, something. I wasn't around, and okay. I was not exposed, but this man is exposed. He is very exposed.
What is he doing in the video?
He's naked. He's very naked. And he has muscles where I don't know that muscles grow. I didn't know how you put them there.
Yeah.
And the camera just goes as low as it can until
the ding dong. Huh?
The editor went within a millimeter of his meters.
Yeah. Is this on YouTube or YouPorn?
It's on YouTube.
With meters?
It is a real music video. It was on the MTV and everything, probably after 10 o'clock.
Wait, I've always wondered this. This might be an overly progressive thought, but do we think we'll get to a point in culture where like we'll start to see the trunk of like, you know, and I'm not trying to like make anyone feel uncomfortable or anything, but like, do you think it'll be more acceptable, you know, to like be like, oh, I saw like X amount of like a peen versus like, you know, breasts are basically in the open and like will clothes accommodate like a dick slip perhaps? You know what I mean? Like will fashion change to, is it too much? Obviously, yes, but like, is it going to start to creep in because they're slippery little fellas, you know? I don't know.
If I can rephrase the question, it's will we see penises in rated R films? I think is what you're saying.
Exactly. Yes.
I think we will. Yeah, I think we will.
Well, we talked about the Batman thing last week about heroes do and don't do that. Yeah. Because heroes definitely do that, guys. I just want you, and women, everybody, heroes do that.
Why wouldn't they? Yeah.
But also, so the Museum of Sex in New York City had a really great exhibit on this that I went to go see, where it talks about things like blaxploitation and how you wind up. It was Ryan Gosling was the first man to do the hero thing on television in the United States. Also, Bobby Cannavale in Boardwalk Empire was one of the first full frontal nudity of men that we have seen. And I love that scene. I don't know if anybody, no, in all actuality, in a total, from an artistic perspective of how vulnerable he was in the beginning of that moment to having his entire, everything around him being shot out. It is just this violent scene and there's a child there and he's just slinging it. Like it is such a powerful image.
Well, which film is that? What film is that? What film?
It's Boardwalk Empire from HBO.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Bobby Cannavale.
Yeah, I missed it. Okay.
You're
I was watching it. I was watching it, but I missed the scene. Oh, I gotta rewatch it. So he's naked in it.
He is no naked. Yes.
Wow.
Full frontal.
Full frontal, and you see it from the top. Wow. Like the camera follows. Like it's
Explain it.
Such a cool scene.
Yeah.
She explained it. She explained it already. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
But I think the music video you're thinking about is it D'Angelo?
D'Angelo, there it is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
D'Angelo.
Yeah. Oh, there it
whoa,
is.
Yeah.
No, yeah. See?
We can't play. Look at that. We can't play the audio because we'll get flagged. But I think we can like show a preview of it. Yeah.
But you know what? I just saw like a piece of like underwear there. I think he's wearing underwear.
Oh,
there is no underwear there.
Look. Can you just? Yeah. Look. There's like a little, like a tiny line there. What is it?
No, I think that's
not a line.
Gotcha.
That's no
freaking muscle.
Is that his muscle?
I believe
what kind of muscle?
And I'm sorry for this, but the term is cum gutters.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no. This is what I mean by this man has muscles in places that I cannot grow them.
Yeah, and for some reason
I don't have that ability.
And I can't turn off the stuff. I don't.
Oh yeah,
we're stuck on cum gutters.
I like it.
Cum gutters.
I can't get this stuff out of the way. I don't know why, but maybe if I go smaller, I don't.
Yeah.
Does that happen with all videos? I couldn't even tell you.
If I hit play, there we go. It's.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he looks like a GI Joe guy with the legs that just go into the body. It's such definition there.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, I know the difference between art and porn, right?
Sure.
But this one's towing it. This one's a straddle.
Yeah. Bending the line a little.
I can't stand when there's nudity in movies and it's unnecessary, because especially because like you're usually like watching with like a family member or something, and you're just like, oh, this is just here like to make people potentially uncomfortable. Like, there's a good scene actually in Midsummer where you see peen and you're like, oh, this is kind of necessary, I guess. But like when there's just like nakedness for the sake of, hey, it's rated R, like let's pack it in. Like I'm just like,
yeah. The best example I have for unnecessary nudity is in the film Demolition Man.
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone is on like a video call, and he like somebody calls him accidentally. It's a wrong number, and it's just a woman standing nude. And I even saw that in the theater.
I gotta check it out.
Yeah, I saw that movie in the theater when I was a kid, and I remember turning to my friend, and we were just like, "What was
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Sorry, Shawn. I gotta go.
Oh yeah.
I gotta go waiting. You know, I gotta really do hard for her. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I got a show coming up in a week or two. So check it out. First episode is on YouTube, and if you want to see me, just check out my what is it? Twitter, YouTube. Just put like a Bradley Gibble, and Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, everything. I'm everywhere now. Yeah, you're gonna love it, guys. You're gonna love it. You know?
I shared your Instagram in the Facebook chat so people watching can see. And it's great that you and Dave finally met, because I guess you were already.
Yeah. Thank you, though. Thank you for having me, though. Thank you.
It was meant
nice meeting you.
All right, guys. See ya.
Hey.
Yeah. Ciao. Ciao.
There. All right. Making new friends. Are you doing a shake or iced coffee there?
Working with a Dunk's iced coffee. I was up with the chickens this morning getting some burgers and stuff before I knew it was the end of the world. So sure, it's fine. It seems like it's under control now. I've been refreshing. Says thank God, everybody. So yes, this is iced coffee. I'm sorry, ADD.
So I have a whole baking weekend ahead of me. This is part of that. And so I got to go to the spice market.
Oh.
I'm so excited about this. This is the from scratch chai.
Ooh, nice.
Tea, yeah. But it's got vanilla and cardamom and cinnamon and ginger and cloves and black pepper.
Yeah.
Are you gonna make some chai bread?
So here's the thing. So the girl that I'm cooking for grew up on Armenian food. So I'm using spices like anise and rose and cardamom and one I couldn't even pronounce correctly. It's spelled MAHLAB, which is the pits of cherries that are ground up.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, so the only thing that I can really think of with these flavors would be something akin to, you know how on the 4th of July you have that aunt that always makes like the Jell-O pretzel salad?
Yes.
So you like the pretzel crust and then the creamy thing in the middle. What if I flavored the Jell-O with like ginger and the rose and the cardamom and the anise and gave it more of like a spicy sort of some sort of what?
I said it sounds very interesting.
I think it'll be good. We're doing full Bake Off. Do you guys watch Great British Bake Off?
I've seen it.
Okay, so we're doing a signature, a technical, and a showstopper. So the showstopper is going to be this Jell-O salad situation, but the signature dish is going to be ricotta muffins with like a cannoli sort of icing on top. The flavors are going to be maraschino cherry, pistachio, lemon, and an espresso.
Wow.
Oh shit, that sounds good.
I grew up in an Italian restaurant, so we have to work our way in there.
Yeah.
Nice.
What
Dave knows his way around Italian restaurants.
Hey, yeah, we're definitely paisan. Talk about it with these, you know what I'm saying?
Dave knows his way around the an Italian restaurant. Hey, Dave, where's the restroom in this place? Is that what JQ was talking about?
Yeah, see Marty back there with the spoon. He'll show you.
Yeah.
No, as soon as you started talking about Annis, I was like, this is an Italian woman.
Yeah, spotted.
No one knows, or I think you called it anise, but that might be like a northeastern thing. I don't know.
I also tried. So I was gonna make some of them to be shaped like butts, so that it could be anise bread.
You could make a pea anise bread.
Hey.
There you go. See, I was gonna take one of the little star anise seeds and just stick it right in the middle of the two loaves.
Ooh, yeah, going booming. I like it. People always freak out when they see it. They're like, "What is this? It's a natural star plant? Like what the?" It's like, no, it's just kind of gross if you eat it, like as you see it. You gotta manipulate it how you like. How we do.
I mean, you should always manipulate it a little bit.
You should have some sort of
before you eat
chocolate
it.
sauce involved. You should have chocolate sauce involved.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
If you're just watching us, I don't know, we've covered so much, but our friend Dookie Strong is watching. I just sent him the Zoom link. He might come on if he's still by his computer. And I don't know, what else do we have going on? So much. JQ, what's the weather update? You just looked out your window. What's going on out there?
I think it's nice out. It's finally stopped raining.
Nice.
It's been raining and like storming all afternoon or all morning. I mean, and now people are lighting off fireworks. The party has begun around the lake.
Nice.
We're gonna blow shit out this weekend.
Our party started as soon as the sun came out this spring. There are so many fireworks in this neighborhood.
I've been dragging my feet on holiday weekend plans. I nearly went up to Binghamton to visit JQ this weekend, but things are going on. I just have like so many things going on. I might go
irons in the fire.
Yeah, I might go watch fireworks tomorrow night. Like if I don't travel this weekend, I might watch fireworks from a roof tomorrow in Queens. But I've been non-committal about. Have been flaky this weekend.
It's okay.
Right.
We're all allowed to be.
Well, and that's the thing too. I mean, I have to imagine the weather will be similar in Boston as it is in New York. But like, someone's like, "Oh, there's going to be like fireworks on Boston Common." It's like, well, it's just been misting, and it's going to mist and rain for the next like 48 hours. So it's like, in the moment, will the 30 minutes be fun or hour, whatever it is? Like, sure, but like getting out the door like this weekend's going to be really rough, especially with the terror looming for us in Boston.
Is booming the verb you want to use for that in the fireworks times?
Hey.
No, I meant looming. Like terror's kind of looming just around me specifically. There's a couple of loose terrorists in the bushes.
Booming.
Yeah.
Yeah, come down to Terror Dave's. Terror's a booming.
Yeah.
I look like a guy who just shaved a beard, so like people are always kind of looking at me anyway. So I have to be extra careful, nowadays. This weekend, namely. So,
can I share a quick Boston story?
Please.
The first time I went to Boston, I had just moved to New York, and I hadn't done much East Coast stuff. Like I'd been to Washington D.C., but I'd never been to Philly, I'd never been to Boston, and I was excited about seeing as much as I could on the East Coast. So I took a Chinatown bus to Boston, which was fun and super cheap. It was like so cheap to get there. It was just like, I should be hanging out in Boston like once every 2 months, or you know what I mean? Why not? And I was so excited to see the Boston Tea Party ship. It's like one of the things you grew up hearing about.
Totally.
And I went there and it was like trashed. It was like there was something in the water and they like weren't even taking care of it. This was like over a decade ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got some great Boston memories too, Shawn. I mean,
okay.
I
didn't get a great one, but yeah.
I grew up in New York City, and the first time I was ever propositioned by a woman of the night was in Boston.
Hey, all right.
Shawn, quickly, just with regard to your story,
yes.
Goddamn teenagers ruined the boat you're talking about. I'm sure of it. That's what did it.
I believe it.
Rowdy teens, yeah. And yeah, Shawn, they're quite forthright to this day. They have to eat too, you know.
Yeah, I get it. Hey, we have Dookie coming in.
And did Hiko come back?
Our new friend who operates like kind of a like underground like weed parlor in Brooklyn at a secret location.
That's right. We got friends in secret locations.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
There he is. What's up? Hey.
Dookie. Dookie.
Good morning, gentlemen, ladies.
Hello. I don't know why I expected you to look exactly like you look in the description that Shawn just gave, but you do. That's who I expected to pop up there.
Thank you.
Dookie is excited to be Dookie more so than I feel like I need to be more excited to be me just from seeing how much Dookie loves being Dookie. You know what I mean?
I do. I feel this all the time. So I don't know if anybody watches The Blacklist. I don't understand why more of these people just don't want to die. Just like you don't have like one bad day as a spy and be like, what am I doing this for? And they're like, tell me your secrets. And you can't be like, no, go ahead, kill me.
The secret is weed.
I get it. I don't know the show The Blacklist. I don't know it.
It's something between a procedural and a like your grandma's stories.
I get it.
Yes.
I feel like it's hard to. That show it has been on. It's James Spader is in that show, right?
Yes.
James
yeah.
It's going like 10 years or something.
It's ending its 8th season.
Wow.
Or it just ended its 8th season. It's going into a 9th, and they lost their head writer and their lead actress, like the showrunner. He's gone, and their lead actress, they just killed her off.
But they're gonna continue on. They're gonna make it work.
They're gonna make one more season at least.
I feel like you can't write a show about spies because it's like nobody knows how spies really are. Like, you know what I mean? Like we have our perceived archetype of how spies are. They're probably very different than what we expect.
See, you know? I feel like they're just spies that want everybody to know that they have been there. Mm-hmm. For example, the Rex Stout, who is the writer of Nero Wolf, the Nero Wolf mysteries, he had an entire FBI file on one of his novels because he knew too much about the FBI's doings.
Wow.
And their procedures.
So do you think that like the spy industry, whatever you want to call it, like they look to movies for advice, or is it vice versa? Like, because I feel like they're just making shit up, right?
Or it's just that people, like human beings, are equally as stupid as one another.
I have a statement about what Dave just asked.
Go ahead.
There's some Harrison Ford movie where, you know, he's playing like, there's some Harrison Ford Tom Clancy movie where they are in, I think they're in Mexico and they're driving down some street and they get surrounded by a bunch of cars and they get like shot
Clear
at.
and present danger.
Yeah. They show that in FBI training because it was like a fuck up that we didn't know that, like the movie showed a fuck up that it's like we now prepare for that kind of problem because of how they were easily surrounded or something like that.
I remember reading that the government hires like movie writers or something like that to write situations for like them to figure out.
Yeah, absolutely.
James Cameron is brought in constantly, I guess, with this stuff.
Right.
Like they're like, if you were to save the world, what would you do? It's like you're just asking like a huge stoner, like he likes the ocean, like just let him be in his submarine or whatever he does.
Guys, there's a meteorite heading for the Earth. what are we gonna do?
Yeah. Dookie, do you fuck with spy movies or not really?
Yeah, I do. I like the Tom Clancy ones.
Oh yeah.
His books are
I like
phenomenal.
playing those Tom Clancy games. Rainbow Six.
I
So
got
good.
them. I still got my PS4, PS5, and all of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
I might be 50, but I'm still a kid at heart. Don't worry.
Yeah. You don't look 50.
Oh, I'm 50. It's the weed. I'm telling you, the weed slows down your metabolism.
You know what I think it is? I think it's also New York. I think New York City keeps us young. You know?
Young.
Yeah.
It always keeps us moving and alive. We never
That's
sleep.
true. Yeah.
Right.
In Boston, any big town, I think it like in Chicago. There's like
we don't keep old people in town in Chicago. We shove them out to the suburbs past like 60.
Oh,
they bring them out to the woods.
Oh, that's fucked up.
No, there's old people in Chicago and New York. They just look young.
No, there's no old
They
people
look
in
lively.
Chicago.
Over 80, see you lady.
Mm-hmm. Well, it also gets fucking freezing in Chicago. So maybe the old people are like, or the older people are like, fuck this.
That's possible. I've come up with some stoner shit to try and stay warm. I'll take like an old bottle of Coke and I'll fill it with like boiling water and tie it around my waist like a fanny pack just to get to my car in the morning.
That's really smart.
Yeah.
That's stoner shit, man.
Dookie, we're by the way, we're gonna see you next Saturday at the Producers Club. If you haven't got tickets yet, definitely like look into it. But Dookie, do you vacation anywhere in the winters, or are you in New York?
I'm usually in New York.
Yeah.
You really can't go nowhere. I love New
York.
York.
Come upstate. Got to come upstate.
I've been upstate.
Your beautiful state. That's beautiful.
Well, whenever we go upstate, we go to the woods.
You got to come up by me. I live up in the woods.
Thank you. How close are you to Waterton or Watertown?
Watertown's still like I think 4 hours away from me. So that's right on the border of Canada. Watertown.
Right. A friend of mine who is now passed, I used to call him SoCan, as in Southern Canada. But that was where he was from.
Southern Canada, it sounds lovely.
July 10, we good, right? It's gonna be fun. July 10.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be such a blast lineup.
Yeah. Samantha and I, who I know you've talked to. Oh, Samantha's been out to your place.
Well, I don't know if she's here yet. She said she was here, but I think she went to Walmart.
No, but Samantha's been to Dookie's place.
Yes.
Her and I went to the theater last night, and it's like because we're in a bigger space than we were last month. It's gonna be a blast. The owner was there. He's excited for us. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, we got people coming already.
Nice.
We bought tickets and everything.
We do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right. We're 2 minutes away from ending. Anyone have any final plugs before we say goodbye? Anything anyone wants to shout out?
Come to the Medhaven. We're open today from 5 to 9. Come on, come all. It's very nice, protective, discreet, safe. All types of goodies, medicines, anything you need.
Dookie, I'm not sure what my plans are later today. I'll hit you up. I might come out tonight.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. All of you are welcome.
Ooh, yeah.
You know that.
Well, I'm the only one in New York City. We've got Boston and Chicago and upstate at the moment. But yeah, we have people watching. So yeah, but I might hit you up later.
Yeah, not a problem.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, anybody in Boston, I'm going to be at Michael's Cigar Bar July 13th. It's a free show. It's a really fun hang. People just smoke and do comedy. There's drinking. It's fun. It's in Worcester. There are no rules. Check out my podcast. No rules.
Yeah.
It's called the Comics Feature. We're covering F9 this week. We'd love to have Jake Hughes been slacking, obviously, but Christine, come on the pod and give me some Dookie to this pod also.
Dookie!
I could use a serving of Dookie on the Comics Feature, but Also, someone left a 1-star review without giving any context at all. And if you guys want to just hop on there and give me 5 stars, it would be greatly appreciated. And justice will be done. Thank you so much.
That's iTunes, the iTunes review it on iTunes.
Got exactly. It. Yeah.
Right. I'll download iTunes and do that.
Yes.
Yes, you're the man. Thank you so much. Fucking Diet on the Vine on iTunes.
Yeah.
Like, who does that? I'm a small business, basically.
Sorry.
No, go.
So has anyone heard of Bigo?
What's that?
It's another streaming platform. It's supposed to be the 6th largest one in the world.
No.
But I have a show now, Tuesdays or Wednesdays. This week it will be Wednesday, but I'm going to be doing readings, like tarot and astrology readings on that. So the NFT people, you guys, the cryptocurrency folks, I'm really curious, like if you guys do some research into this Bigo, I did it one time now. And it's like being inside a slot machine. There's people hitting all kinds of buttons. There's a tiny dinosaur that you kind of have to raise, but you don't have to feed it. And there's comments coming up constantly. It's somehow mixed AI, technology, and social media.
Send us a link.
Yeah,
it's BigoTV.com.
Got it.
I wanna get stoned and watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
No, it'll be fun.
JQ has an NFT that he needs people to bid on.
I got a bunch of them up there.
Oh, nice.
Go bid on them.
All right.
Put them in Decentraland. They'll be beautiful on your apartment wall in Decentraland.
Yeah. All right. This was Stoner Morning Show. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yes.
I'm gonna go have some fun. I think
Nice.
Samantha's